Hey, hey, hey. Whew, finally completed. And boy, am I glad to be done with that. So let's get into how I finished these up. I'll show you how I did it. Let's get these door handles attached. Make this all one piece. You can see it's temporarily held in with these deck screws. Let me flip it over and show you the back. Here's the back. You can see I cut these screws off so they're flat and level because we're going to take those back out. And then I just took a knife and I scored this up. I'm going to keep on scoring this up all the way around. That way it gives something nice for that fiberglass resin to bite into. Here's a look at the fiberglass mat. I trimmed it and just put these small pieces around the edge. Now I'm going to mix up some fiberglass resin and put that on and let that dry. And that should hold that in there to where I can take them screws out. Whew, well, I'm mixing up about 2 ounces of hardener. 2 ounces of fiberglass resin. Here's the hardener. I'm just using these old paint cups I used when I was mixing primer and things whenever I did the truck. So I'm just going to go by the instructions and mix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Whew, that was way too much. It's just going to harden up quick. Get mixed up. All right. Set that up there. Just a little cheap chip brush. I bought a whole case of them. I keep them around just for things like this, or if you need to throw a little touch-up paint on something that's nice. Works real good. All right. Get her dabbed on there. Hope I got enough of this mixed up. I should. That should be fine. Just go along, make sure you get everything nice and evenly coated. Get it laying down the way you want. Cut right there. And there's what she looks like after the first layer of fiberglass mat and resin. You know, there's some bubbles and stuff in it. We'll come back, sand it down, and see if we need to add any in anywhere. It's just kind of, it's a little game whenever you're messing with this fiberglass. You get all itchy, everything bubbles up, you're sticky. It can be a real mess, but there she is. And just like that, we got these door panels. They're all one piece. Let me get you in here and get you a look at all this. So I fiberglassed them on the back. I took out all the screws. And then I came in with some fiberglass filler. I sanded all this down. I left everything high. The wood, everything, that way I could sand it back down to the level of the door panel. And I came in with some fiberglass filler and filled it in and attached it. Now these things, man, it really stiffened them up. They're way more solid than what they were, and they mount to the factory mount location, so they're going to be nice and sturdy. Now I'm going to get on here and work on this piece and see what I can come up with there. And that too, when I put this piece in, it's going to sturdy up the top of those doors. So these are going to be better than the factory panels for sure. Finally to the point where we're body working them, getting them ready for paint. It's going to be a little bit of a long process. I already got a few hours into this, so why not spend a few more? Whew! Still sanding. Still sanding. Now I started out with my fiberglass filler around here just to build up this contour, take up this space, and now I've moved to my sandable. body filler. It's much easier to sand, and you can really feather everything out and finish it out. Now these contours right here, man, they can be tough because you're not really going to anything, so you just got to kind of fill it out and try to make everything as even as you can while you're going. Of course, my next step is I'll get some high build primer on here, and that'll be able to let me see more of my shape of what's going on here. Once you get a little bit of color on it, get everything the same color. And after we do that, we'll put a guide coat on it. Got me some high build primer. See if we can fill in some of these imperfections. Now, I'm going to spray this on here. I'm only going to spray the trim piece up here and the door handle. I'm not spraying it all over everything because you don't want to have to get in all these little nooks and crannies and sand this stuff back down. I just need to get these spots where I body worked it and get this MDF covered up and sealed up. So probably put about 2 coats on here, and that should build, hopefully that'll build up enough that we can sand her down and smooth her out. Now, no, this is U-Paul brand. U-Paul. I don't know how you pronounce it, but normally I just buy the Rust-Oleum stuff because it's fairly inexpensive and it works pretty good. But we're going to give this a try. It's about double the price of that, so maybe it'll be better. I tell you, it doesn't seem like this stuff covers up all that quick compared to what I'm used to. Oh boy. I'm sure we'll get it on all this body filler. So it'll show us, let us know where we need to sand some more. There's 2 coats on her. You can kind of see it's coming together now. There's a lot of imperfections. I still got a lot of sanding and body working to do. But you can tell by putting this on, it'll start showing you all those spots. You need to come back, hit with some putty or whatever you need to do to get it right. But you can kind of see what's going on here. You know, it's kind of remotely all getting tied in. You know, just simple, clean, nothing fancy about these door panels. And you might not even be able to tell that somebody customized them. So that's the look I'm going for. Well, I'm pretty happy how the interior panels came out. Now, there's a lot of work, and they are not 100% perfect. I'm not going to lie to you, but does it really matter? It's just door panels and a dash. It's going to be a daily driven truck. So, I mean, I don't see why I get hung up. It's not like it's a show truck I'm going to take to a car show or anything. So, I think it's going to work out just fine. I think it's maybe updated a little bit from what the factory door panels and dash would have been, but, you know, not completely out of the realm of what maybe could have came on this truck stop. So, I'm pretty happy about that. But Now that I've got this done, I can move on to other things. Like, look what I got here. This is, I'm gonna see if I get this flipped over. Come over this side. American Auto Wire harness. Man, this thing has everything in it. It's got your main dash with your fuse panel, your courtesy lights, engine harness. Man, it's got instrument cluster harness, everything to go to your from your alternator, your front headlight harness, your rear body kit, man, and it's got really good instructions. I mean, this kit was not cheap, but if you're updating anything on your truck, adding an electric fuel pump maybe, or things like that, you need some accessories, this kit is definitely the way to go. So, got to get that put in, and then that way I can finish up this vintage air I got sitting around here. Well, at least the inside part. I've got my dash pad. It came in, so we'll get this in here. And next time we'll get that vintage air and some of this wiring harness done. So if y'all want to see that coming up, make sure you stay tuned in. And we'll see y'all next time.